Okay, so we've been doing a really good job factoring, guys. So we're just ramping it up a little bit. We got to get to the algebra 2 part. Okay, so real quick review, guys. Let me get to my Schoology one or my Notability. Sorry. Okay, so real quick review. Number one rule in factoring is GCF. Always look for common factors with the numbers. So, even. Are they divisible by 3, 5? Those are the kind of the main ones. 2, 3, 5. Okay. Sometimes 4, yes. And then always look for the variable. Do they all have a variable? Something like this, x cubed plus x squared plus x. They all have a variable. So I can take out an x, and then that part, remember, is division. Okay, so now trinomial. It's called a trinomial because it's got 3 terms. There's an x squared term, there's an 11x squared term, and then there's just a number. Okay, we talked about this on Friday. So here we go. There's no GCF. So I need to match x squared. The only thing that goes to x squared is x and x. All right. Now for me, I know my sign. So since that's positive and that's negative, they're both be negative. I'm looking for numbers that multiply to be positive 30 and add to negative 11. So 1 times 30, no. 2 times 15, no. 3 times 10, no. 6 times 5, yes, there's your winner. There's your winner. And that is factored form. Remember, factoring is undoing a multiplication. Undoing a multiplication. Okay, this would be a multiple step problem. So remember, number 1 rule in factoring, GCF. Look at your terms. All right, look at your terms. So this is a good one. So right now you should be asking yourself, what do they all have in common? Do they have a number in common? Absolutely, they're all even. So I can take out a 2. Do they have a variable in common? They all have enough. Oh yeah, look at the last one. This last 84x. Everything has an x. So now, this part you guys have been pretty good at. What's left? Well, it's division. 2x cubed divided by 2x would give you x squared. Remember, you subtract exponents. Okay, minus 1x minus 42. Okay, now from here, I have to check to see if this part factors. All right, don't forget your 2x that you started with. So 2x goes there. So now it's just factoring. It's the same thing we did before. So I need to match that x squared term. So most of you guys will put x and x. Next, since this is a negative 42, my signs are different. All right, so it has to multiply to be 42 and subtract this time to be negative 1. So 1 times 42, nope. 2 times 21, nope. 3 times 14, nope. 4 doesn't work, 5 doesn't work. 6 times 7, there's your winner. Since it has to be negative 1, it's a negative 7 plus 6. Okay, and then that would be factored form. That's the final answer. Those of you who miss those stuff will just forget the 2x on the outside. Don't forget what you started with. All right, so now they become harder when it's not always just x squared. Okay, so these are the harder ones. Now it's no different. I think of the same thing. You just got to multiply faster. All right, so GCF. I'm checking GCF. Nope. Most people think of 2, but remember, I can't. 2 times nothing is 7. So 2 times 3 is 6. I can't get to 7. So I'm going to put my parentheses out. I'm going to do the same thing. So in that purple blank, whatever I put in those purple spots has to multiply by 2x squared. Has to. Has to. So the only thing that works is 2x times x. Okay. Now the same thing goes with the second term. Whatever I put in there has to multiply to be positive 6. Since it's positive and that's a negative, the signs will be minus. Okay. Now there's some tricks to the trade. So here's an easy trick. So most people will check 2 and 3. All right. 2 there, 3 there. Now, if you're good, if you see that, you see how it's 2x minus 2? That has a greatest common factor. They're both even. They're both 2s. So I call that the greatest common factor rule. The 2 will never go with another 2. Okay, the 2 will never go there. So I can't put 2 in this first spot. So I'm gonna put 2 there. I'm gonna put 3 there. Now let's check. That's 4x. That's 3x. Does that add to 7? Yes. Yes. -4 and -3 make -7. So I'm sorry, -4 and -3 make -7. So I'm done. I'm done. Factoring. Now you have to be able to do that multiplication quick, but that's how you do it. The key to that is you'll never put the 2 there because of this 2x, and they're both even. Greatest common factor. If I factored correctly first, greatest common factor. All right, here we go. Second one, checking, greatest common factor. Nope. So now put my parentheses. In this first spot, it has to multiply to 2x squared. Easy, 2x and x. Guys, I got this, 2x and x. Now it has to multiply to be -9. So that means my signs are different. I'm just not gonna put my signs in right away. Okay, it has to multiply to be -9. So let's put some, so you could try 9 times 1, but I'm gonna show you. If I put 9 there and 1 there, that right there is 18x. Right there, that's too big. It's gotta add to be 3x right there, guys. 18x is way far away, so 9 doesn't work. All right, I'm just changing it up. So what am I going to put in this blue spot and blue spot? Let's try 3 and 3. That's a 9. So now you got to be able to multiply. So that's 6x. That's 3x. Now, since it's negative, I know I have to subtract. It has to subtract to be 3. So can I subtract these 2 terms to get 3? Yes, you can. All right, 6 minus 3 is 3. So it has to be a positive 6. So the plus goes there, the minus goes there. You're done. You're done. Now remember, you can always check your answers, guys. You can always check your answers. I'm gonna do another one. Now, if you're good, pause the video, check to see, fast forward it until I put the answer out there. If you need me to talk you through it again, I will. Check GCF, always GCF. Nope, no variable, no numbers. Okay, 2x squared, that's 2x and x, guys, all day long. Now, what's great about the 5, now it has to multiply to be positive 5, so that has to be plus plus. Now, if I put 5 there and 1 there, let's just check. You have to do this part quick. That's 2x and 5x. Remember, it has to add to 11x. Does 2 and 5 add to 11? No. All right, so I know for a fact that 1 doesn't go there, that 5 doesn't go there. But there's only one way to get 5, guys, so I'm just going to switch around, 5 and 1. Now do a quick check. Now that's not 2x anymore, that's 10x. That's 1x. Does that add to 11? Yes. Done. They're giant puzzles. They're giant puzzles. There's only one way to do it, it's factoring. Okay, now if you're here, this is a harder one, bigger numbers. So I'm checking GCF, always GCF. No, here we go, bam, bam. So in this first spot, it better multiply to be 5x squared, 5x and x. Now here, there's a bunch of things, so this one's gonna take a little work. Since it's positive, it's add. Has to multiply to be 12. So whatever you put, make sure it multiplies to be 12. All right. Now, most common is 4 and 3. So I'm going to try it. I put 4 there and 3 there. Okay. Quick multiplication. That's 20x. That's 3x. Does that add to 19? It has to add to that middle. Nope, that doesn't work. So I'm taking a bunch away, but you guys get the hang of it. Plus, plus. Okay, so I tried 4 and 3. Let's try 3 there and 4 there. All right, that's 15x. That's 4x. Winner, winner. Done, guys. I'm done. I am done. All right. So now remember, I can still things, if they don't factor, they can be prime, but you have to, with the leading coefficient other than 1, you have to try multiple things. All right, multiple things. Okay, now here's some fun things. These are the special cases. So first things first, perfect squares. These are the perfect squares. 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, 64, 81, 100, 121, 144. Now, why are they perfect squares? Because it's 1 times 1, 2 times 2. You're multiplying the same thing, 4 times 4, et cetera, et cetera. You're multiplying the same thing to get that product. So now, if it's minus, so I've always thought of it like this. All right. Now remember, this middle term is the add term. Can I add to get 0? Well, the only way to get 0 is if it's the same number, -5 plus 5, -4 minus 4, or -4 plus 4, -2 plus 2. Okay, the same number. So when you have this, ask yourself, can I get 0 and have it multiplied to be 25? Yes. XX, 5, 5. Now, it has to be negative because the only way to get 0 is if the signs are different. If the signs are the same, you can't get 0. So you're done. Second one. Now, what's nice about this is the 4 and a 2. So how do I get 4x squared? It has to be the exact same thing, 2x and 2x. How do I get 9? 3 and 3. The signs have to be different because it has to multiply to be -9. Okay, now this is a good one. Most people, if you miss this, you're going to do 9x plus 1. If you miss this, this is what you write, 9x plus 1, 9x minus 1. But guys, 1 times -1 is not 1. So anytime you see it plus like that, it has to be prime. There's no way to get 0 with the same sign. So remember, if it's positive here at the end, it has to be the same sign. Well, how is it going to add to 0 with the same sign? -2, -2. That's -4. 2, 2. That's +4. So this is prime. This would be marked wrong. I should put -100. If you do that on a test, -100. Okay. Real quick, I got a couple more and I'm done. All right, x to the 4th minus 1. This is a good one. So how do I get x to the 4th? X squared times x squared. -1 plus 1. There's your 0. They're the exact same thing. So 0's in the middle. Okay. Now, the plus is done. Remember, plus you can't do anymore, but this one goes a little farther. That becomes x times x. That's x squared -1 plus 1. So now that's x squared plus 1. That's your final answer. That's factored. Okay. The 100x squared plus 1, it would be prime. Any positive like that? No GCF, prime. No GCF, prime. Okay. Perfect square trinomials, it's no different except the signs are the same. So look, I'll do 1. No GCF, 2x and 2x, 25, 5 and 5. Now, since it's not 0, but it's -20, the signs have to be the same. And you're done. Okay, that only works if the back and the front are perfect squares. Okay, so if you know your perfect squares, you're in good shape, guys. All right, so if you need to rewatch anything, please do, but you've got to have this under control because we're gonna, after Monday or Tuesday, we're gonna go fast. We gotta start doing stuff with this form.